As far as my personal experience, the positives that I have from the Operation Warfighter program was it gave me an opportunity to see what my value was, even though I was injured.
Operation Warfighter is a program for federal internships for wounded, ill, and injured or recovering service members that will be leaving the military. There are a lot of benefits to Operation Warfighter, and it allows a service member to start to prepare for that transition as they leave military service.
Anthony Guerin. I'm a lieutenant in the United States Navy. I am an intel analyst with the Drug Enforcement Administration. Back in April of 2010, I sustained a traumatic brain injury while on patrol. And shortly after deployment ended, a couple months later, started showing symptoms of PTSD and TBI, and went under a long period of time of treatment. And towards the end of my treatment, one of my coordinators through Navy Wounded Warrior Safe Harbor recommended speaking with Mr. Valles about Operation Warfighter. Within the first few days, you're thrust into opportunities to really develop yourself. There are so many diverse professionals within the administration, that from HR to computer science, investigators, law enforcement, intel, all of those people bring a little different spice to the recipe that they have here for success. I think that anybody can do the program, but they just have to be upfront about it. Tell the supervisor, hey, I'm excited to get started, but there will be weeks that I'll have 2 or 3 days where I can't come. And they're really understanding about it. I mean, they're there to help you as well. I would recommend Operation Warfighter to anyone who has sustained an injury and is enrolled in their Wounded Warrior program.
James Burkett, and Sergeant United States Army retired. I'm an ISA, Investigative Support Assistant for the United States Secret Service out of the San Antonio Field Office. So my injuries happened September 3rd, 2015. We were responding to a downed vehicle. As we approached the downed vehicle, we did a 360 corridor around that vehicle, and that's when we struck our IED. The injuries I sustained, some of them, I tore everything in both my shoulders. My L4 and L5 were compressed. I got a TBI in the process. My C5 is also in my neck. I have a protruding disc there also as well. So when I went to headquarters, I was doing my in-processing, and we had a town hall meeting that morning, and as I got there, sat down, I saw Mr. Erasmo Valles go up there and talk about the Operation Warfighter program. So that's how I was first introduced to the program, and personally, it sounded too good to be true. On the admin side, I was able to gain a lot of tools that I didn't gain in the Army and prior, because I was always hands-on. So it was being very, it was very unique in the way that on the admin side, you have to be 100% accountable for everything that's going on the paperwork, and the filing. I wasn't used to the aspect of, as I'll put it, the business side of it. Definitely, I would recommend the program to another warfighter or warrior, for the simple fact that the program is there to help you. So once you get your foot in the door, it depends on the warfighter to get that job and to pretty much compete for it.
Operation Warfighter is really important to the population that we support of wounded, ill, and injured or recovering service members, because their transition is now being compounded by not necessarily just I'm leaving the military, but I have other issues that may be associated with my health. And so it gives you an opportunity to have one-on-one support to help you navigate back to the community. Operation Warfighter is a program that promotes federal internships for service members, while E2I promotes education and employment in the public and private sector.
I thought that I would join the service for 4 years, have that sort of on my resume, if you will, and then I would go into politics, helping senators and run their campaign. And my life is drastically different from that original thought, and so the path finds you, I think.
The Education and Employment Initiative is designed for those service members that have been wounded, ill, or injured and recovering an opportunity to prepare for a future transition.
My name is Denise Cooper. I'm a colonel in the Air Force, and I'm stationed out of Randolph Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas. I was really struggling, and I was my own worst enemy because I felt like I was a colonel. I had commanded a group and that I needed to be better than I was. And I didn't realize that PTSD is something that doesn't get better with time. And so I was really struggling. And when this opportunity was presented to me by a senior mentor, at first I was a little embarrassed because I thought, oh no, you know, I'm broken badly, and actually it became an opportunity for me to learn new skills. And so with the Education Employment Initiative, it was, I thought, too good to be true. I believe that the process of transition is very upsetting, it's scary, it's not like a PCS. And I think that a lot of my colleagues, you know, we think we have to put on this strong front, and, you know, we've been in the military 20 years, and we should be stronger than this. But this is an amazing opportunity to sort of reinvent yourself, to learn a new lingo, to learn new skills. The Education Employment Initiative is a program that is designed to help you find employment at the end of the time you spend in these job shadowing, educational skill building experiences. And I definitely am developing new skills through the Education Employment Initiative that I really didn't have through the military culture. This program, it's a no excuse sort of environment. We adapt, we overcome, and we figure out new ways to live, and it starts with mentality.
My name is Brian Brightman, Staff Sergeant, United States Air Force. I served just under 14 years, was based out of here in San Antonio, and I'm from Pflugerville, Texas. So I've had four right shoulder dislocations, so I have limited range ability in my right shoulder. I've had 3 in my left shoulder, and I've also have lower back from lifting patients, from accidents that happened, to where running every day, I'm not gonna use the word can't. It's very difficult. It got me out of the career so that I wasn't, when I finally got retired or medically boarded, that I had something to get on my feet and just start running. And it gave me that opportunity to do it. Then when I had to start presenting to my commander, hey sir, I'm eligible for these benefits and for this program, can I do it? And my leadership below my commander, because I had to get it approved through them, they were like, well, what is this? So I had to do research and be like, well, this is what it is. I had to basically do a talking paper to present it to one of my supervisors before it went to my commander, and my commander was like, yeah, absolutely. So when it came to expectations, I really didn't have any, but they met all of them. Like I said, from who I was a year ago to who I am now is way more different.
Service members must be approved by their chain of command and their multidisciplinary teams to participate in the education and employment initiatives. What I would tell leadership about education and employment and its importance to the population that we're supporting would be that, one, I know we're a department that's looking at force readiness. We have people coming in and out of the military, and those individuals that are wounded, ill, and injured have additional hurdles to overcome. And so this program And the individuals that support the program are important in that service member's life in giving them that opportunity and exposing them to the opportunity before they transition. Operation Warfighter and the Education and Employment Initiative are modules of a broader, more comprehensive program, recovery coordination programs. Our military departments support our service members, and within a recovery coordination program, there is a suite of programs that service members have an opportunity to utilize and or that are presented to them. Employment and education is one of those, and OWF is another one of those. There are other programs under the umbrella specifically that support caregivers, resource information through the National Resource Directory, and the military adaptive sports programs, which we support through our military treatment facilities.